I am a Clapaloda, and without me, there are no films. Guys, so, every time a movie opens, there's a whole weekend's worth of people coming out and singing its praises or just giving a rant. And so, this is kind of in between both of those areas, rant and singing praises. Just kind of an overall breakdown of my thought process after my initial viewing of Halloween Ends. And I'm going to go character by character, and we will start with Laurie Strode, who to me, there is no Halloween without her. As much as you've noticed that they try to replace her in Halloween 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's no Halloween without Jamie Lee Curtis, period. She was the final girl in Halloween. She's still the final girl, woman. And so, I love watching Jamie Lee on screen. She's done amazing work throughout her career. I love her, of course, in Halloween. I loved her in Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. I loved her I didn't really love her in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but, I didn't like True Lies at all, period. So, but I enjoyed Jamie Lee. And, she gives it her 110% when she's doing her work. I actually saw her once when I was in LA, walking down Rodeo Drive. Anywho, Jamie Lee Curtis. She is the only reason to go and see this movie. If you are a major fan of hers, you're not going to go to this movie to see the story. Not going to actually go. You could be late to this movie. You could be late, about an hour and 20 minutes late. And you can catch the last half hour of this movie and enjoy Jamie Lee's performance and pretty much get the gist of the rest of the movie. That's my opinion about that. Okay, Michael Myers. I've been a fan of Nick Castle, who was the Shape originally. I was a fan of his before I even knew who he was. So, I remember he's worked with Carpenter forever. They've been best buds for a long time. So it was interesting seeing him in his little cameo. I didn't recognize him because obviously he's wearing makeup and he looks a bit older, but knowing that it's him, I was a little more like, oh my God, there's, some old school people. Oh yeah, back to Michael Myers, who's in the film, I would guess, all of 20 minutes, 10, 5 actually. Guys, this is not a Michael Myers movie. This is fan fiction. That made it to the big screen pretty much. Just saying. He's barely on the screen, and his kills compared to Halloween kills, 1 or 2, 3 at the most. Why? Because there's a Michael Myers protege taking over. And that brings me to character number 3. Well, I can't even remember his name. I know his first name is Rowan, his real name. And the last name of the guy is Calloway. I don't remember. That's exactly what's the problem with this movie, that I don't remember. And it's terrible because I'm a Halloween fan. I just saw Halloween 78 on the big screen the other day. And here I am with this stuff. So it's fan fiction that made it to the big screen. So the opening sequence is amazing, but that's a whole separate film. I wanted to see that movie, not this one. The whole opening sequence, I wanted to see a movie of that. I don't know how they mashed these two together to make a movie. They didn't actually, but I don't know how they thought, okay, we're going to put this whole scenario with Jamie Lee and all of that, and somehow they managed to smash it together into something unrecognizable. Anywho, little mini Michael Myers is, goodness, such a mess. Okay, and then Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode's granddaughter. Okay, I get it. She's raising her. This years later. I don't get this movie at all. How could she fall for this guy? This mini Michael Myers so fast. I mean, I know she's got empathy, obviously. She works in like a hospital setting and all that. She has empathy for people, and I guess she felt badly for him and gave him a chance, but really? She felt that hard for him? I mean, really? Ugh. Guys, look. I think Minnie Michael Myers should have lived. He should have lived. And so that way they can create another movie. Because there's nothing left, and this is like picked over the bones kind of thing. Bones and all. I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, I don't know. This was just kind of messy, and I'm saddened by it. Kind of bummed my weekend because I wanted to see it again. I can stream it, but it's like, oh, this is it. That's it, and that's it. I'm Nicola Berloda, and without me, there are no films.